Hi folks. Alright. I'm not going to let up on this Benghazi deal that happened. Benghazi, a city in Libya where 4 Americans were viciously murdered by terrorists, one of which was the American ambassador, and this happened on American soil, our consulate in Benghazi. So the news media and the regime, the President, the Obama regime, they are deflecting with this issue. The subject they want you to discuss when you discuss Benghazi is Susan Rice, the administration's UN ambassador, who went on talk shows saying, it was not terrorism, it was a video. And so now the Congress investigating it, they're being preoccupied with Miss Rice as to why she said what she said and who told her to say what she said. That's not the issue. That's a deflection. What the Congress should be asking, and what the news media will not be asking, is this. Let me explain to you what happened on September 11, 2012, Benghazi, Libya. The attack took place on a consulate there. It was a 7.5-hour attack. Above was a United States drone sending a live stream, video stream, back to the White House, the Situation Room in the White House. For 7.5 hours after this attack was taking place, they were watching this in the White House. So now here are the questions that should be asked. Did the President know? Now how could he not know? You think the people in the Situation Room watching this did not advise him that this was taking place? But it gets even better. During those 7.5 hours, why was not military assistance sent to that consulate? The nearest assistance was approximately an hour away. So if it happened that within the first hour, the most it should have lasted was maybe 2.5 hours instead of the 7.5 hours, and possibly saving the life of the ambassador. Who decided not to send military assistance? Who was in the Situation Room that was watching this? There was a CIA station a few blocks from the consulate. They wanted to go help. They were ordered to stay where you are, offer no help. Who issued that order? One of them was a Navy SEAL. He disobeyed orders and he went to the consulate to help. God bless him. May his soul rest in peace. Now here's what gets interesting. Former Navy SEAL. And this behavior is indigenous among all our special operation teams. When they're in a forward position behind enemy lines, they have a laser. They aim the laser on the target, and an American drone or aircraft above immediately takes out that target as soon as the laser identifies the target. Why do they do it that quick? So the enemy, when they see that laser, does not have a time to respond to where the laser is coming from, thus saving the life of the Navy SEAL. Well, this Navy SEAL at the consulate turned his laser on where the fire was coming from. Now, he would not turn that laser on unless he knew for sure there was an armed American drone about to hit that target, or there was a manned aircraft, American aircraft above, about to hit that target, because he knows that as soon as he turns on that laser, the enemy is going to fire in his direction and eliminate him. He turned that laser on the target and nothing happened except the firepower from the enemy took out that former Navy SEAL. Because somebody placed an order for that drone or for that manned aircraft above not to fire. Who gave that order? Never mind why Susan Rice said what she said. We need the answer to these questions. We need to stay focused. The idiot Republicans need to get on this because the news media is going to ignore it. 4 people were murdered. There's a cover-up in the administration. And the news media is committing constitutional malfeasance here. Now, why do I say that? When the Constitution was written back in the olden days, the protection of freedom of the press was not because they enjoyed reading newspapers, because the founders did not trust government and they placed the watchdog of government in the hands of the news media. And they wanted the news media to be free and unhindered to report any improprieties taking place in the government to the public so they could vote the government out of office. This news media sees this scandal, sees this cover-up, and is silent because they are invested in the democratic takeover of this government and continuing that takeover. And they are invested in the success of the current regime, the Obama regime. This is a pathetic country we now live in, folks, where such events are taking place and people are virtually silent about it. Alright, folks, we'll see you. God bless you. God bless America that used to be and hopefully will be. And God bless the nation you happen to be in. And who cares who told Susan Rice what? We want those other questions answered. See ya.